In this video, we'll show you how to change the front brake caliper on your Ford F-150. You can find it on CarParts.com via the link in the description. For safety reasons, we strongly suggest watching our video on how to jack your Ford F-150 safely. Open the brake fluid reservoir. Place a container to collect the fluid under the caliper, since the brake fluid may leak out. Turn the brake disc inward to make this operation easier. Using a ratchet and an 11mm socket, unscrew the Banjo bolt connecting the hose to the caliper. Remove the old copper gasket from the Banjo bolt. Then remove the Banjo bolt from the hose. Here's a tip. You can limit brake fluid leakage during this operation by plugging both sides of the Banjo bolt with Banjo shutter pliers. With a ratchet and a 14mm socket, unscrew the lower slide pin. You can use a 24mm wrench to prevent the bolts from rotating. Finish unscrewing by hand. Repeat this process with the upper slide pin. You can now remove the caliper. Using a large flathead screwdriver, pry it out of its slot. Remove the brake pads. For great content, our best price, and fast shipping, download the CarParts.com app now. Using a ratchet and a 21mm socket, unscrew the two holding bolts on the caliper mount. Depending on the state of the bolts on the caliper mount, it may be necessary to use a hammer to loosen them. Finish unscrewing by hand. Remove the caliper mount. You can order the brake caliper and caliper mount used in the video on CarParts.com via the link in the description. Take the new caliper mount. Reassemble the caliper mount by screwing first by hand, then with a ratchet and a 21mm socket to lock them in place. Finish tightening using a torque wrench. Get hold of the anti-rattle clips supplied in the kit. Place the new anti-rattle clips on the caliper mount. Grab the pads and lightly coat the ends with copper grease to help them slide more easily. Insert the pads into the caliper mount by sliding them in. Grab the caliper. Put the new brake caliper in place and screw in the new slide pins by hand at first. Block the rotation of the guide pins with a 24mm wrench and screw the slide pins back in using a ratchet and a 14mm socket. Finish tightening using a torque wrench. Get the new seals and the Banjo bolt. Put a gasket on the Banjo bolt. Remove the shutter pliers from the hose. Install the assembly on the hose. Then put the second gasket on the Banjo bolt. Screw the Banjo bolt that connects the brake hose to the caliper back in. The hose has a locating piece that holds it in place in the caliper once tightened. Finish tightening the Banjo bolt with a torque wrench. When replacing a brake caliper, you need to bleed the brake fluid system to remove air from the system. To do this, we suggest watching our video, How to Bleed the Brake Fluid System Ford F-150. After bleeding, remember to clean the caliper disc assembly with brake cleaner. Then you will be able to put the wheels back on your vehicle. Put your truck back on the ground before properly fixing the wheels in place. Don't forget to screw the brake fluid cap back on before starting the car. Attention! Before using your vehicle again, start your car and pump the brake pedal a few times to push the brake pads together again. Try to drive smoothly and avoid sudden braking for the first 30 miles or so to avoid glazing the new pads. Operation complete.
Quality parts, priced right, CarParts.com.